Hello Scorpio, this is Victoria and I'm here with your June tarot forecast. As always, we'll be looking at your love life and personal space, at your career and workspace, and we'll get you guidance on how to best utilize the energies of the month of June. At the end, I'll pull some messages from a person of interest to yourself. So we will get started with a quick oracle message as always. So today is going to be the wisdom of the oracle, and we will get started momentarily. If you enjoy my readings, please don't forget to hit the like button and leave a comment. Share it with someone you know to spread the word and help me grow the channel and continue publishing these videos for free. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe not to miss any other readings. Also, if you're interested in my content and services, please check out the description box. These readings are for Sun, Moon, and Rising Scorpio. So if you're watching this for your sun sign, please check out videos for your other placements as well. These days, I love to promote the idea of watching videos for your rising sign, actually. I don't know, and I'm hearing it from a lot of people that they resonate more with the reading of their ascendant or rising sign. So just as an idea, don't knock it off until you try it out. And let me know in the comments if you follow that through and if that resonated for you. Of course, ideally, you should watch all three, Sun, Moon, and Rising, right? And then you'll get a more well-rounded message for yourself. But if you don't have the time, just as an experiment at least, try watching for your rising sign or ascendant. If you don't know how to calculate that, of course, you can Google anything these days. All you need is your birth date, birth time, that's important for the ascendant, and place of birth. And you can put the details. There's astro chart. I used to have a link in the description box to a website. I don't remember if I still have it, probably not. But you can search for it, obviously, online. But just to let you know that date, birth time is quite important for the ascendant because it moves around pretty quickly. If you don't have it, you can default it to something like 12 p.m. But just keep in mind that it might be a little inaccurate. So, Scorpio, your oracle message for the month of June is the Unfinished Symphony. Unfinished Symphony is essentially a karmic cycle that still needs playing. I was talking about it in whose reading was it? Virgo? No. It was somebody's reading. Maybe Leo. I think it was Leo's video. But anyway, I cut that as a short and I posted it on the channel so you can see it under shorts. Where basically I had a download where I'm talking about this idea of when certain karmic cycles get repeated, how do you know what kind of new iteration of that theme, that cycle is it? Like, how are you supposed to treat it? If you can tell somebody that story of whatever that, traumatic event or even events happened, pattern you have, if you can talk about it without getting emotional, without having subjectively negative emotions about it, that means that you are likely to have healed it and you can move on to integrating the lessons. And so this new iteration is going to be about integrating the lessons and seeing the contrast and the bigger picture. If you still feel like there is an emotion there, whatever it is, sadness, anger, jealousy, shame, it means there is still some stuff to work on. And so it's coming around for you to finish the symphony, essentially. Right, to have that release, to have that closure, because there's still something there that's creating, it's like a void, or I don't know, it's like a draft, in the energy field. You don't want to do that, to have that, because essentially you're then, wasting some of your energy around. So it's important to finish it. What do we have for Scorpio in the month of June? My personal space and love life. We're starting off with the High Priestess. Beautiful. This is Piscean energy, your fellow water sign. Wow, Two of Cups. Oh my God, Scorpio. What is going on? And the Hermit. This is Virgo energy. We'll talk about this in a moment. For your career space, you get Knight of Wands, King of Swords, could be dealing with an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, and you have Ace of Swords. And finally, the advice from the universe is Page of Cups, my favorite pigs can fly card. King of Pentacles, could be an earth sign you're dealing with, which would be Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. And then you have Knight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Cups. So it may feel for a moment that there's just so much going on and there are so many things that are shiny and asking for your attention, you know, where to spend money, time, energy, just like invest your effort, whatever it is, right? Like so many interesting opportunities. And maybe if you're, especially if you have trouble focusing on one thing and staying there, right? It may be very easy to just like jump off it, right? Essentially find an excuse on some level not to do the thing that you know you're supposed to do, or, you know, move forward or invest into it. So yeah, don't get discouraged. I mean, maybe that is connected to the scenario you're working through, where you're finishing the unfinished symphony, right? And you're seeing it now of how you can apply your tools to kind of reset yourself to ground, to set priorities so that you are focusing exactly on what's important for you right now. Not for somebody else, not what looks good on paper, but really seeing what is important to you, your soul, your heart at this moment, and understanding this is where I want to invest. For your personal space and love life, I mean, we do have the love scenario here with Two of Cups. So either a new soulmate is coming in, or they're already in your life, and there's a confirmation that that's a fainted, almost said. Maybe somebody fainted. A fated connection. Fated connection doesn't mean you're supposed to be together forever and ever, right? Some people come into our lives for a season, for a reason, for a lifetime. And it doesn't even have to be romantic, to be honest with you. In this personal space that we're talking about, it could be a close friend, it could be a mentor, it could be a family member. But what's important is that there is obviously a reason, and you are acting as teachers to each other. So pay attention, stay curious, don't be discouraged if it feels like, especially if it feels like there's some kind of heaviness in the connection right now, right? Keep asking questions and stay curious. Both the High Priestess and the Hermit are kind of like loners who are connecting within, right? We have Mercury retrograde starting in June. We are already in the shadow period of it. And it is about really reflecting on what do I want right now? What is important to me in a relationship, right? What kind of connection do I want to have with this person, right? What are they inspiring me to be and to do? Or are they triggering me to be and to do, right? Like those are all very interesting questions. You don't have to answer all of them at once, but at least keep journaling, keep expanding, evolving. High Priestess also, Hermit is more about going within and working with your own resources and where you are and finding more light and understanding that way. Also healing, finding healing for yourself, especially in the physical space. High Priestess is Pisces, which is essentially the opposite of the axis. It's the same axis, Virgo, Pisces, but Pisces is the opposite, meaning it deals with the emotions and also with the space, with the spirituality, with guides and ancestors, right? It's connection to the source, essentially, whatever that means to you within your belief system, right? And it's very interesting how you can kind of tap into both of the sources of information. And it doesn't have to be either or. It's about you learning, how do I listen to myself, listen to my higher power, right? And how I can streamline that information into my personal life, essentially, right? And you can ask for advice on 100%. If it's hard for you to differentiate, it's not that important at the end of the day. As long as you're not just staying in your head, but you're going into your heart space, you're going into your body, you're working with your intuition. The more the deeper the connection is, and Two of Cups usually is pretty deep, or that bond is pretty significant, you know, the more it's important for us to go into the heart space, because true relationships don't happen from the head. I mean, of course, you're supposed to use both in a balanced way, but it's never going to be a very successful relationship long term, or you're never going to see full spectrum of what it has to offer if you're only coming from your head space, right? So sometimes it's very important to quiet the mind and go with your heart and see how you feel in your body when you're thinking about that person, and, you know, go deeper into the emotions that you have about them, even more so if they're triggering you and some impermissible emotions are coming up, right? It's very important to look into that. Okay, sorry, it's getting a little long. For your career space, you have Knight of Wands, King of Swords. Is it just one king or two? Yeah, we have two kings actually. So some kind of mastery is being gained, or you are getting some partners in your space to help you get to where you want to get with your goals. And Ace of Swords, of course. Ace of Swords is about the truth. In this deck, I also see it as like a breakthrough that you're getting. There will be some kind of breakthrough of what you have been missing all this time, or, you know, out of this myriad of different projects or clients or subdomains, this is the one where you want to be, right? Somehow that clarity is going to come in, and you'll be asked to follow your passion and act on it, right? At least start making plans, start seeing it as a tangible reality, not just as some kind of faraway dream. And then finally, the advice. Page of Cups, King of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. You can get anything you want, the status, the position, the abundance, even the marriage, right? Because King of Pentacles is also a husband card. Take the energy how it resonates. It doesn't have to be masculine, but the spouse card, let's put it that way, right? And it is about that mastery. You can get all the statuses and positions that you want in the physical reality, but it is important to stay true to your vision, to your ideas and your dreams, no matter how silly or unrealistic they are. The more you tune into them and understand them, and accept them, the easier it's going to be for you to get to where you want to be. As much as they couldn't seem farther away from each other, right? The Page of Cups, the King of Pentacles, they're very different energies, but it's important to honor the Page of Cups in you, that inner child, if you wish, can call it that way. And don't rush yourself, right? You have all the time in the world. If somebody was feeling like you're out of time, or you're on the wrong track and you're wasting time somehow, this is your confirmation that you've got time. Don't worry about it. In this case, it's about the journey, not necessarily getting to the final destination as quickly as possible. This is what the society primes us for these days, but doesn't mean that we have to follow. All right, messages for Scorpio from their person of interest. Woo! Alrighty. Four of Swords in reverse, some restlessness, Three of Pentacles, and the Moon. Wow, so there's a lot of emotion, a lot of feelings and emotions that your person is having about the connection at this time. And they definitely want to share with you. They want to work out this next phase, next thing, you know. They are not at ease because it seems to them, there are several scenarios here. They're either thinking that they may lose you if they don't change something, or they feel like they have to share because they've discovered something exciting about themselves and who they are in relationships. Because remember, Mercury retrograde works for everyone, so that could have been a breakthrough that they've received that they want to share. They want to kind of workshop it with you, see how that can apply to the relationship to make it more clear, transparent, to improve communication and make it a happier, more fulfilling connection for the both of you. But there's also some fear of vulnerability, of going that deep, or going into those topics, you know. So there is this kind of an internal conflict, I would say, that they have. But it's only because they care so much about it, and they definitely want they don't want to be dealing with it on their own and kind of like manage, quote unquote, the situation on their end. They want to be very transparent with you, where they feel they've got it, they're confident, they, they're sure about their knowledge, experience, where they're going, and also to be able to share with you areas of weakness where they don't feel like they have it figured out, and maybe they actually need your help here. All right, I hope this was good for you, Scorpio. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please don't forget to like the video and of course subscribe to the channel, and until next time, bye.